Welcome to Midnight Movie Talk live from Los Angeles, where the internet outages are occurring. Rolling blackouts here in LA. So if we all of a sudden go dark tonight, just know that we're back on Sunday. But we're going to go for as long as the internet gods allow us here on this huge opening night for Creed 3. I mean, I love opening night for a movie that's about ready to outperform like this thing is. It's in a great spot. Word of mouth is very strong. You go on Twitter now, everyone is talking about this film. And one of the beautiful things about this film is it's not going to be front loaded. Now, when we talk about Marvel films, we look at Ant-Man just a couple of weeks ago. We had the big opening, 100 million plus, and then it fell apart because Marvel movies are driven about the first couple of days, certainly opening weekend, but really Thursday night and Friday. When you have a movie like Creed, you can go see it on Saturday. You can see it Sunday. You can see it next week. So there's no, urgency to run out and see it on Thursday night. That's why the number is going to be better. I think as the days go on, it's going to be consistently strong because the word of mouth on this is going to be very high. I mean, this is going to be a strong cinema score, and it's going to be a very solid box office. Now, we're going to start something new here tonight. First of all, you guys know we're going to do a sales check here in a second. There it is. There's the sales check. But before we do that, that's where we bounce around different theaters here in LA, check sales for the film that's opening that night so we can get a gauge of how the thing's going to perform over the weekend. But I do want to introduce the MMT projector, which is what we are projecting this film to make this weekend. Creed 3, when you look at the other two, they both opened over Thanksgiving. So it's a different space for this film, right? You don't have the 5-day, you have the 3-day. So when you look at the 3-day for both Creed and Creed 2, they both were right around 35 million, okay? So as that for a baseline, we should be at least 35, okay? And we've talked so much about how movie going is back to where it was. We're no longer doing the pandemic era bullshit, right? That's done. We're over that. So as such, we should see at least 35 million here this weekend. I'm going to push it past 40. Okay, I'm going to take it at 42 and a half. Jump in the comments. Tell me what you think. But let's do a sales check here on this Thursday night. We bounce to where I just walked down to AMC Burbank, IMAX, 7 o'clock was 80% full. You never get those front section full. I mean, it's even Ant-Man. Those first two rows are going to be empty. But it looked really good. Let's look at the 10 o'clock show. What is that, about 50% or so of the seats. Definitely isn't a Marvel kind of situation. We didn't expect Creed 3 to open up like a Marvel movie on a Thursday night. Okay, that's not going to happen. Again, this film is going to play well tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and then into next week. Why? Because there's no sports right now. I mean, of course, there is soccer/football. For those of us here in the States, there's soccer. For those of you overseas, it's football. Tonight, by the way, AFC Bournemouth. If you know, I have a very specific reason why I decided to wear this kit, this shirt tonight. Does anybody know in the comments, why am I wearing Bournemouth tonight talking about Creed 3? That's your bonus question here on MMT tonight on opening night. But let's look at the sales check, and we'll go to, let's see, where's the Dolby? Dolby 11. That's pretty late. That's not bad. I mean, look, the first two rows are not sold. AMC just packed that in. There's no way in hell the first two rows are sold when there's all these empty seats. So that's jacked. Something's wrong with that. Let's go back and see what else we get. Let's go over to Universal. Universal's big theater here, obviously. You guys know, right up there at City Walk. For those of you who've ever visited LA, it's probably about 5-10 minutes from my house. I never go there because parking's a pain in the ass. Burbank rocks. There's no reason to go to Universal. Okay, that looks, it's not a Marvel show. Let's go one more. Let's go over to Century City, big movie theater. When you look at AMC, right, you guys know I'm an AMC shill. I'm going to admit this, okay? I'm also not going to be biased. I am going to be very fair and objective about this, but I do need to admit that I'm an AMC guy. much more than Regal because that's what we have here in LA. We have AMC. Regal is not a player here. So, of course, I'm going to be in on AMC. There's 3 amazing theaters down the street from me. So I'm a big time fan. Okay, let's go. Let's not do the Grove. Grove's very big here, but let's do, where is Century City? Why am I, there it is. Okay, so let's do 10 o'clock Century City. Check it out. And then we're going to bounce out of sales. This looks about 65, 70% full, not bad at all. Okay, so Creed is going to open at least somewhere around 40 million. Okay, hit me in the comments right now. And also, let's talk about the film. When we first discussed this film, it was weeks ago. We did that live stream. Go check it out. It came right out of the theater, the very first screening of this film. MGM kind enough to invite me to see it. Big fan of the film. I do have issues with it. And now that you have seen it, some of you, we're not going to do hard spoilers here, but we are going to discuss my number 1 criticism of Creed 3. And it is the final fight. Okay. When we have Dame versus Creed and you get into round, whatever that is, 3, and all of a sudden, Michael B. Jordan, who I think does a really strong job directing here. It's a very good, everything here looks fantastic. It's shot tight. He shot a lot of it on IMAX, so it looks smashing in IMAX. But it has a really good flair to it. Even those opening scenes in LA when they're younger and they're doing the gang stuff, or not the gang stuff. It's the boxing. You know, they're going undercover in the to Golden Gloves and all that. But when you go to that final scene and you're looking at that, whatever that is, round 3, and all of a sudden Michael B. Jordan decides to take the fight from Dodger Stadium and to put it into a sound studio and have the 2 of them fighting their past right in the ring. If you haven't seen it, I'm not ruining the movie. I'm not going to tell you who wins and who loses. You can probably guess. But we're just going to talk about that choice. That choice to put the 2 of them fighting the past in some kind of hyper-realistic situation in the ring did not work. Like, it takes you completely out of the film. And when you're watching it, you're going, I can't believe that MGM didn't step in and say, we're not doing this. Michael, I know what you want to do here. It's not working. It doesn't work. We need to get rid of that and either reshoot it or just condense the fight or use some of the other shots that we had from other rounds because no one knows what round it is. And let's not do what you want to do there. If you've seen the film, comment on that. That decision to go hyper-realistic and to go into that dream state of the 2 of them fighting in the past with cages and stuff, that is just doesn't work. Doesn't work. But so many things here do. And the number 1 thing about Creed 3 that works is our man, Jonathan Majors. I mean, my man is swole. He has, I told you, I mean, if you want to look at, we do physique critique all the time here. And I'll pull up a picture of him here in a little bit. But when you want to talk about a manly looking dude, it is Jonathan Majors. My man's jacked. My man's thick. And he looks like Mike Tyson, right? That's who he basically is in this film. He's a version of Mike Tyson, just a straight killer in the ring. Just ferocious. So that's the number 1 thing for this film. It's Jonathan Majors and I think Michael B. Jordan's filmmaking aside from that decision in the late rounds that just does not work. Comments here. Let's do it. On this Thursday, it is time to get pumped because we are back. Cinema is back. 100%. When you give moviegoers compelling reasons to go to movies, they will show up. And they will this weekend. If this gets to 42.5, as we're projecting on the MMT projector, that is a very strong opening, and this will have legs. Now, I know I told you that Ant-Man 3 would have legs. It obviously didn't. But this film, there is no way that it won't have legs because it's going to have a high cinema score, great word of mouth, nothing coming up right behind it. I mean, Scream, but it's got, the marketplace has enough juice now to support 2 films. So you got Scream and you've got Creed next weekend. Ant-Man obviously is falling off. It's over. I mean, that film is just going away, and Marvel probably just wants to get to Guardians 3 ASAP. Comment time on this Thursday night. Let's go all the way to the top. If you want to jump in, you know how to do it. Get in with a super chat. You're in first. You jump the line. It's all good. The reason we were a few minutes late, by the way, tonight is because my internet was down and then it's up. So just so you know, If we all of a sudden go black, then it is what it is. I mean, I can't restart it. This is a great question. We're going to talk about Creed, but I do want to address this. It's one of our other main topics here, and it is, am I allowed to talk about John Wick 4? Oh, you guys read the graphic there. John Wick 4 is so hard. It's so hard for me not to say what I want to say right now. It's really tough. Help me, please. Give me the strength not to say. Because why am I not talking about John Wick 4? I saw it last night. I can't discuss the film per the embargo rules. Now, when Lionsgate invited me to see this film, almost a month early here. Part of the deal was you can't talk about it until the 6th. The 6th is when they want everyone who's seen it early, or I believe the premieres that night somewhere. They want everyone talking about it on Monday. So on Monday night, we will do a John Wick 4 stream with the social media embargo whole deal, and obviously throughout the whole night, this is not a review, because it won't be a review, but it might sort of give you some hints about what I think about John Wick 4. Trust me, guys, I really want to tell you what I think about this film. Like, whether that's good or bad, I want you guys to guess in the comments. Go ahead and guess. Do it right now. Do you think what I really want to say about John Wick 4 is good or bad? Because I can tell you this. It is one or the other. This is not a mixed review. It is one or the other. It is black or it is white on John Wick 4. Take your guess. Is it I'm all in or I'm all out on John Wick 4? That's your guess here. As we continue along, those of you who saw Creed, hit it. If you want to tell me what you think I think about John Wick 4, go for it. John, good evening to you. Jonathan Majors is the man. Best physique in Hollywood. I mean, it's definitely who else are we going to put in there? I mean, first of all, he's natural. Okay, let's pull him up. Let's do a quasi physique critique. Let me do shirtless. Hold on one second, guys. Here we go. Okay, here it is. All right, so my man is thick. My man is jacked. My man looks good. Okay, let's find. Here it is. Here's the men's fitness thing. Let's go. Men's health. I mean, first of all, okay, here it is. Let's put it up since we're doing it. Let's do it. Let's put up. You know what's coming up, everybody. Say along with me. It's the physique critique. There he is, Jonathan Majors. Okay, so let me share it. Here it is. Look at the tricep on that man. That is a horseshoe. That is a tricep. And he's got beefy ass chest. I mean, that is like legit. So there he is. Let's scroll down and see what else we got from him. I mean, there's the workout. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. He has good genetics. He has very thick legs, great arms, everything about him. I mean, dude, the man is a hunk. Okay, he's a hunk. It looks really good. And you know what? Listen, let me tell you something. The other thing you got to appreciate about this, and you guys know I do my best at the gym as well, is this takes a lot of work. Okay, it's not just about the work in the gym. He's also doing the diet. He's doing all these things. So he looks unbelievable. So yeah, I would agree 120% that Jonathan Majors is certainly one of the best physiques, if not the best physique in Hollywood right now. That's no question about it. He's shouting because Jonathan Majors has a hell of a great physique. He's allowed to shout. We shout when we're excited. Say it. Oh no, I can't. I can't say it. I can't do it, 2Ps. If I say it, they're gonna cut me off from everything going forward. You guys know I'm already blacklisted with Netflix. That's over. So I don't need Lionsgate and all these other studios to come after me. That's not going to be good. I'm not going to break the rules. It's not a review. I can't break the rules. Lionsgate's not. Sotfik, here's the problem with that. Okay, I'm not suggesting Lionsgate's sitting here on a Thursday night watching MMT. But here's the problem. This happened, and you guys were here for it. If you weren't, I'll try to recreate it as quickly as possible. I came out of Babylon. I savaged the film. I couldn't stop myself. There was an embargo in place. I couldn't stop. I hated it so much that I wanted to get on and just savage and just gut it. So I go to bed. And the next morning, there's an email from Paramount going, we saw the stream. We think that that's breaking the embargo and we need you to take it down. And I go, oh, I was so good. I was on fire. So it's stupid me. Instead of making it private and putting it away, I deleted it. And Gore was even like, why didn't you just put it on private and then bring it back? That was a great stream. But for those of you who ever want to see me on a rampage, just go watch the Gray Man stream, right? Where is it? Ah, here it is, everybody. For those of you new to the channel, there it is, the Gray Man popcorn box from the premiere at the Chinese Theater. One of the worst films of last year, only superseded by Babylon and the Whale. But I can't have another stream go down. So I can't break the rules. I want to. Film Threat said it was good. He can't say that, Patrick. Gore can't say that. He's gonna get bounced. Exactly. I need to get into movies. I can't like get kicked out. But just okay. Bad. The length will take you out. In Trinities, you're not missing much, Rusty. There's not a whole lot of things. All right, Creed thoughts. Alex, a bit formulaic, entertaining itself. I'm nitpicking. I would have given Dame a couple more fights before Adonis decided to fight him. I agree. I think there's the other criticism I have to this. Everybody finds skills. Yeah, that's all good. Here's the other criticism I have of Creed 3 now that you've seen it, or if you're going to go see it, you'll see. The beginning of the film, it starts really, I love how they started, right, with the two of them rolling out in the middle of the night to the Golden Gloves fight in the middle of, the warehouse district, LA. Okay, but it instantly goes into the fight with, is it Conlon? And it goes from, that instantly into the fight. And it's like this condensed fight where it's like, this is Adonis Creed's last fight. And it feels so anticlimactic. I think there's a way that you have to do. I think that you almost need to, I know this is going to sound, you guys, this might be the only time I ever say this about a film. There needs to be a little more Creed 3. I would actually expand right there from the very beginning of the two of them as kids, and I would give you a little front end training, just a little bit, and then roll into that Conlon fight. It feels real rushed, kind of like, hey, and here's this condensed fight. So there's issues with Creed 3 and things that I would change about the film. But overall, this is very good, Alex. It's entertaining as hell. And it's more of a nitpick than it is, like a major issue with this or that. Other than popcorn, it's always going to make a cameo. You should have like a drinking game. There it is. It's there. The Gray Man, the popcorn box. I love the back and forth shots between you and Gore. Great fun. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you, Gringo Mayo. Appreciate it. Yeah. Gore's a good friend. I saw him tonight, and I actually rolled out of the movie early because I've already seen it. So I watched the first, I'd say about 2/3 of the film tonight, and then I didn't see the last, but I watched it. So I've watched now, almost 2 times. But it's very strong, and it's going to do very well in the cinema score, and it's going to be a big hit this weekend. Now, it's not going to open at 100 million. Let's not be silly, okay? But if it opens at 35 or higher, that's better than the other two. And remember, we still are fighting the pandemic era in some people's minds. So if that's the case, then if we get to 40, then that's a win. And I think it should. There's no reason it shouldn't be. Too quick on the pacing, I would agree, right? Especially on the front of that, just when you get to the Conlon, it's Conlon, right? Please tell me it's Conlon. Conlon and they're fighting. And you're like, wait, what the hell? That was like the most anticlimactic, quick rush to a beginning, and then it's like Creed, and you're like, okay, I don't love that. I almost feel, okay, now, for those of you who haven't seen the film, we're not going to spoil it, but if you've seen it, you're going to appreciate what I'm going to say. I feel like you need to get rid of that and almost have him be retired now. I feel like that fight at the beginning So it just didn't work. It didn't work either time that I watched it. Now, it doesn't ruin the film, or it's kind of a neutral thing to me. I think if you get rid of it and you make him already retired, it kind of builds right to that first fight, which you're waiting for. And I think maybe that's why they put it in there, because it takes a while to get to the fight between the main dude, what's his name? The Mexican, the Hispanic boxer that he has in the house, and versus Jonathan Majors. It takes a while, but then when that thing goes, everyone's like the crowd was hooting and hollering tonight. You think Creed 4 beat Mike Tyson as someone? Maybe. I don't. Is there a need for Creed 4? That's the other question here tonight. If you've seen the film, I put it in my thoughts, weeks ago when I came out of it. It's the perfect finish. It's the finale. This is over. There's nowhere to take this unless he's going to go ahead and train his daughter. Is he going to train Dame? I just don't think there's a need unless there's a script out there that is perfect and makes sense and really is something that, this is absolutely has to be done. There's no reason to make a Creed 4. I mean, but we know Hollywood can't stop. If this thing opens to 42 and does 200 domestic, which it won't, let's just say it does 150 domestic, worldwide 300, 400, they'll be like, let's make another one. But that's where, for me, it's like the artistic integrity has to take over. If I'm a studio head, and one day it's going to happen, so just know that. I'll start my own studio. I don't give a shit, because we're going to make good decisions 99.97% of the time. I would say we're not going to make this because it lessens the brand. Remember, we go back to Endgame. Why is Endgame the number one Marvel film of all time? Stakes. Tony Stark dying. We need that in film more. We need things that are not all, it's wrapped up in a bow. Things happen, real life, shit happens. And that's what makes Endgame what it is. And if you bring Tony Stark back, you negate everything in that film, and you can't do it. And that's what I'm saying here with Creed. Now, I'm not going to put it on the same level as Endgame. So I think Endgame is for cinematic, for CBM material. It is a masterpiece of a film. Okay, because it's the perfect conclusion to that 10-year arc, right? But for Creed, it's over. It's over. We don't need to know. There's no reason for there to be another one. None. I needed 15 to 20 more minutes to breathe. Would have been better thematically, yes. But then would have allowed me to be pissed about the... Yeah, that's the thing. We're saying we want to make it longer, and then you're like, wait, I hate long movies. It still feels, it doesn't feel short at 2 hours. And interestingly enough, in case you didn't know, John Wick 4 is 2:45-ish. Not quite 3. I'm just going to throw that out there without saying anything about my comments, because I can't say anything or I get booted by Lionsgate. You know what's funny? What does that even mean? What does Lionsgate even have? Lionsgate has John Wick and the rebooting of Hunger Games. That is all Lionsgate has. Poor little Lionsgate over there in Santa Monica, trying to still be a studio. I should be doing this. I don't need another studio hating me. I can't stop myself, though. I can't, because that's what I do. It's what we do on MMT. We don't hold back. So we're not going to. Lionsgate has John Wick. In fact, they should just rename the studio. What is one of the things in John Wick? I just watched it last night. Whatever one of the mantras is, hell, just call it Wick Studios. They have nothing else. The Mockingjay Wick Studios. Hitman's Bodyguard 2. That's right. They did have that. This is fun. This is a fun game. You hate John Wick. This is going to be, Monday night's going to be amazing. In fact, I'm not even going to tweet anything. I'm just going to come on here Monday night, and you guys will not know. The poker face is real. I am very happy that I have sold the fact that you guys don't know at all what I think about John Wick 4, which for me is one of the greatest accomplishments in my life, because there's almost no way for me to withhold and just absolutely just temper my ferocity of hatred or love of a film after I've seen it. How many stories have we talked about where I go to a movie and I come out and I go, I'm going to tear the screen down? We watched Cocaine Bear. I was the guy who, after the movie was over, stood up like the old man yelling at the clouds and go, this movie's fucking terrible. Who thinks this is good? This is trash. This is trash cinema. And anyone who says it's good, I will fight you in the parking lot. That's who I am. I mean, I can't stop. So the fact I haven't said anything about John Wick 4 is amazing. Continental Studio. That's it. That's exactly it. Lionsgate, Randall Emmett Entertainment, the hitman's bodyguard's wife's boyfriend. I never watched part 2. Can I stop for a minute here? And it's not just because I don't know if he still does, but at one time he did. Follow me. I love Ryan Reynolds. I want to make sure I am unabashedly a huge fan of him. How do you guys feel about Ryan Reynolds? Just out of nowhere. Like, this is what we do. Just like free flow. I was thinking about Hitman's Bodyguard. I know that a lot of you are going to say Ryan Reynolds does the same thing in all his movies, which I can't really argue. He is perfect as the wise ass. That's who he is. But you go back and look at some of the films he did before he became Deadpool, and you see him trying to be, I think he can act, but now he's got to be Ryan Reynolds and everything. But I still love him. I mean, I think he's unbelievably talented, very hard to take your eyes off that guy. And physically, that's another guy. Seeing him in person, physically, Ryan Reynolds is kind of like another version of Jonathan Majors physically. He's a big dude. Like, he's not a little guy. Ryan Reynolds is like 6'2", 6'1" minimum, and thick. Like, he fills out a suit. He's not a little guy. He's not a little scrawny guy. So, there. What do you think? What do you guys think of Ryan Reynolds? I like Ryan. Exactly. He's good. I like Ryan Reynolds, too. Doing the all boy band. That's right. He's doing that movie Boy Band. He's funny. Yeah, he's totally cool. All right. Anything else? All right, let's go to another comment. Let's go to no one, by the way, has figured out. Why is no one? You guys are disappointing me here tonight. Why has no one figured out why I have a Bournemouth jersey on, or a shirt, or a kit? Why? Can someone please right now in the comment? Why do I have a Bournemouth jersey on tonight? Yes, he is. Reynolds is muscular. He looks great. He's got a very thick, muscular body. Like this, all this Weber dude does is talk about other guys' bodies. We sure, like, oh God. You excited for John Wick 5? I can't answer that question. I can't answer it. So nobody's going to know. Fun. I'm going to just tell you guys because you're no fun. The reason I'm wearing Bournemouth tonight is because, for those of you who follow all the intricate things behind the scenes, Michael B. Jordan is a part owner of AFC Bournemouth. Give me a thumbs up for going with Bournemouth tonight. That is called synergistic. It's Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. It's his debut night here tonight with Creed 3, and I roll out the Bournemouth kit. This is perfect synergy with the red graphics to match the jersey / kit / shirt. There, give me a like. All right. Let's go. Let's go. A couple more comments, and we're gonna get into another. I want to do a little bit of Oscar discussion tonight because, as you guys know, awardsace.com, my site, I do follow the Oscars. I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm so tired of talking about these films at this point. These films are old. We were talking about Tar back in October. We were talking about Maverick almost a year ago. We were talking about Everything Everywhere over a year ago. Oh my God, that film. Oh, okay. So that's why I don't want to do all these long Oscar streams. Like, aren't we all just tired of these films? Jordan, yeah, they're getting close to being relegated. But by the way, this is from last year where they still were in the championship. You can see the championship patches there. Man United Man United's having a great year. I mean, really good. I would have totally agree with this, Alex. Move the Oscars back to February. It's too long of a wait. It's like, let's go. Okay, so let's do our Oscars segment. Who's going to win Best Director? Hit me in the comments. Who's going to win? Your prediction now. Here's what I have for the best director. For the longest time, I had Steven Spielberg because it's just the story. That's the wrong tap. It's the story that you're looking for. When we look at Brendan Fraser, the reason that he right now very likely is going to win Oscar. It is the performance somewhat, but it's really the story of Brendan Fraser, right? It's the return. Hollywood loves a comeback, and that's what we have here because The Whale is abysmal. So if he wins, it's going to be for one of the worst awards films in the history of awards films. But let's look at Best Director. So we're talking about narrative, right? So we're talking about Brendan Fraser narrative. So now we're going to go and we're going to look at Best Director. And first, for the longest time, it was all about Steven Spielberg. And I still think he's got a very good shot. But right now, who do I have as the front runner? The Daniels. Because they just won DGA a couple weeks ago. They have the Critics' Choice win. BAFTA went to what's his ass for All Quiet on the Western Front, which of course he's not even nominated. So BAFTA's like not even a thing this year for director. Okay, Spielberg has the Golden Globes win, and then you see everybody else here. For me, it's Todd Field. It's not even a contest whatsoever. It's really between the Daniels and Spielberg. That's it. Okay, so. The reason I'm taking the Daniels is the narrative is taking over. The EEAAO narrative that I was praying would not take shape. I was like, please say that people are going to come around to the fact that this is such an overrated film. But Hollywood hasn't. I don't know how much of that is because, again, what the film stands for. Or is it an actual love of the film? Because those are two different things, and we know Hollywood loves to virtue signal. Okay? Not saying that's 100% what's happening here, but we do know that Hollywood loves a good virtue signal. So, EEAO feels like that's the film that is the right thing, right? That's how Hollywood likes to operate. So, for me, the right film for Best Picture is the one that brought old folk back to the movie theaters. The one that has the highest domestic total box office that outside of No Way Home. I mean, a number that we could never have imagined when it came out. Top Gun Maverick. That's your best picture. If you're going to go award it to really just what the film represents. And not to mention, Top Gun Maverick is such a superior film to Everything Ever All at Once. I mean, we're going to do a stream Oscars night, but let's get this out here right now. If Everything Everywhere All at Once wins Best Picture, after last year, Coda winning Best Picture, there is zero doubt that this will be the worst 1-2 Best Picture winning punch of all time. You have Coda, which is a glorified Hallmark Channel movie, and then Everything Everywhere All at Once, a film that batters you into submission with a repetition that makes you want to, yes, rip the screen down over those last 15 minutes or more. That will be the worst Best Picture 1-2 back-to-back wins in the history of the Oscars if it happens. Give me a thumbs up if you agree, because I know a lot of you agree. Everything Everywhere is hellaciously overrated. Oh my God. It might be the most overrated film in the history of cinema. I have laid off that film for a while. But now that it's on the verge of winning Best Picture, it's time to go all in on it again. I'm not going to rewatch it again, Rob. The fact you rewatch it is God bless you. Exactly. That's what I said. I knew this the first time. 40 minutes left. You're like, I can't stand being in this film anymore because it bashes you. It smashes you until you are obliterated with the repetition. And so what happens? Anything that is overlong or repetitious, like this show, makes you want to rip your hair out. So, I know a thing or two about being too long. And there is zero question that this film is 30 minutes too long. So how are we going to give a film that's 30 minutes over long Best Picture? Best Picture means it's nearly flawless. If it's not a masterpiece, it's way up there. Like a Tar, like a Top Gun Maverick, not like an Everything Everywhere. We just said it needs 30 minutes out of it. 30 minutes. And you're going to say that's the best picture? What are we doing? My best Allen Iverson. We're talking about best picture. And that's your best picture? A film that's 30 minutes too long? Shit. It's so true. Solomon, welcome. I don't know. I think I know Solomon from Twitter. If maybe I've seen you here before. I apologize. It's like I'm trying to get everyone's names. Everything Everywhere is a long film. Some scenes should have been cut, but knowing the Oscars might win Best Picture due to virtue signaling. So we literally, did you say this before I said it? No, but at the same time, right? It should go to Top Gun 2. Spielberg even said it saved Hollywood. Exactly. That's it. What Spielberg said about Tom Cruise and Top Gun during the, luncheon at the Oscars. He's like, this film saved Hollywood. That's what you do. You give it to that. Everything Everywhere is never going to be a classic film. No one is going to talk about Everything Everywhere down the road. It's just so overrated and so just physically assaulting at the end of that film. It is a mental and physical assault where you are battered into submission. And that is not a Best Picture. That is no way, shape, or form a Best Picture. But yet, because of the narrative, I can't. I just can't. I can't even believe we're here. I mean, I can't. Kevin, it's not Kevin Todd. Don't do it, man. Don't make me lose my shit here tonight. Don't do it. I'm going to lose it, Kevin. Nemo, Everything Everywhere should have been cut down. I was watching late last night, only to go to bed. Next day, I found 5 minutes. I just end it. That's what I was saying the whole time. What, Goober? 6 out of 10. You should hang out with Scott Mendelson. The two of you. This film sucks. What? Godfather was in Godfather Part 2. Well, no, but we didn't ask it to be. Oh, I almost said something about John Wick. Fuck. It's so hard not to talk about a movie. It's so hard. Because you want to talk about... well, at least you know this. At least you know this about John Wick 4. You know I have a reaction to the film. So it's not Shades of Grey. It is 1,000%. And that's all I'm going to say until Monday night when the embargo breaks and I can come on and say, this is what it is. I'm not even going to send a tweet about it. I'm going to just play poker up until the time the stream starts on Monday. And I come on and just go, here's what John Wick 4 is. Hey, Alex, listen, tonight, the internet's working so far for 37 minutes. At this point, we've kind of done a whole show. So if we go off the air, it might be a blessing. So if all of a sudden my internet goes out, it'd be like, well, that was perfect. The show should have ended then anyhow. Just like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Taking a cue from what I just said, we should just stop it because now we're just going to get into repetition at this point. Who cares? Who cares? We're doing an hour. It is what it is. If Everything Everywhere wins, shotgun a beer on stream. No, I will not do that. It's a great idea. If it wins, hold on, where is it? Okay, there it is. Hold on, it's here somewhere. There it is. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, so if it wins, this is going to dovetail perfectly into what I'm going to talk about next. This is my Bodies Hurricane Party FYC shit thing. Okay. So there's the god-awful film on the back. And we're going to talk about something in a minute. How to make a hurricane cocktail. If you had to sit through this shit film, this is one of the worst films of last year. And that's why I can't wait to talk about what's going to come up next. Bodies. If Everything Everywhere All at Once wins, I am going to open let's open it and we'll look at it now. We are going to make a hurricane cocktail contraption thing. There is, what does this say? Hurricane mixer. Okay. And then we are going to mix it with, the hell is that? Tequila? You guys, can you see that? What does it say? Hold on, let me see what it says. It says rum. Okay, rum. It's rum. We're gonna mix these two, and I'm not gonna drink the whole bottle. That would be a real fucking problem. But we're gonna make a hurricane party drink thing. Put this. I don't know why I'm even bothered putting this back in here. God knows I'm going to have to open it back up because everything everywhere is going to win Best Picture. If it loses Best Picture, we will also celebrate with drinking, but it'll be a different beverage. That's how the night will go. We will either celebrate with. I'll figure out what that is, or we will. This is perfect for Everything Everywhere because this is a horrible film. So if Everything Everywhere wins, then of course I'm going to drink the horrible film. If I have a good film like liquor from that, then we'll drink that. Okay, this is funny. I got to do this. Ah, oh, damn it! My mouse just blew out. Give me a second. I got internet problems. I got mouses broken. Mice. This tweet was great. I got to show you this tweet. This was something else. Okay, here we go. And this is where I just go, excuse me? I go, wait, what? Okay, so this is, I want to do this short and sweet because I just had a reaction to the tweet. This is Zoe Rose Bryant, writer for Scott Menzel's site, We Live Entertainment. So I love Scott, but I just have to go. Hold on for a second. We got to go down here. We got to go. This is the tweet I saw today, and I just about lost it. I literally couldn't do Twitter anymore after seeing this. Hold on, give me a second. I got to find it. Give me a second. And it's not just the tweet. It's how many likes the tweet had. Oh, shit. Here it is. Okay. You guys ready? I rewatched Bodies with my roommates last night, and I'm so serious when I say it deserved a Best Original Script. A Best Original Screenplay nomination. There are no words. Because it has 14,000 likes. My faith in humanity is over. It's over. 14,000 likes for this. You talk about, this is the most annoying film of 2022. Best screenplay. I mean, just sometimes you read shit and you go, stop the world, I want to get off. We can't exist in the same plane because this is like, I mean, listen, if you like Everything Everywhere, I get it. I understand. I understand why you like it. I think you're being too kind to its flaws, but I get it. If you like The Whale, I never will be able to see you there. Babylon, barely, because there's a couple good scenes. But Bodies, Best Original Screenplay. Please say that's a joke, but I don't think it is. This is why we have to really watch who we allow into awards voting bodies. That's all I'm going to say. We got to really keep a close eye on that. Because you get that in there, and we got some stuff going on that's like we are now making a mockery of awards. Because how many times have we talked about this? It's always about merit. No one in their right mind is ever going to say Bodies is meritorious of anything other than being completely forgotten about, thank God, months after watching that. I know Menzel hated that film. I hated that film. Terrible film. That's A24 for you, right? You love A24 or you hate A24. You love it or you hate it. It's rarely shades of gray. It's like John Wick 4. You either love it or you hate it. Which one is it? We'll find out Monday. You're going to find out Monday. Let's see. All that person does is praise Everything Everywhere. Oh God. I don't. Yeah, whatever. I know. Because you know why? Because here's the thing. I don't know. It's the right thing to do. And I've never been a virtue signaling person. I think it's kind of disgusting, to be honest with you. If you like something, then just do it. Like, don't do something to be virtuous. Don't say, like, listen, you guys know, I talk about, God knows I post enough shirtless pictures and things about the gym. But I believe in that. I don't virtue signal about, like, a great example, like during COVID, put your mask on, get your shots, those people. How about you stay in your fucking lane and we'll live our lives because we don't need you to nanny us. How about we go there? That's virtue signaling. Virtue signaling is a sign of, for me, no question, a sign of weakness. It's just, why are you doing it? Why are you virtue signaling? Find a new hobby. Get out and better yourself. I mean, you guys know I love doing the show. It's fun. I love talking to you guys. I love having the conversation. The comments are amazing. You guys are super smart. But at the end of the day, it's a piece of my life. It's not like this is it. I feel like some of these people on Twitter, this is all they have. It's like, can you imagine that's all you have? Like, you got to have something else. We all love movies. I mean, I'm always reminded, like every time I think, I don't know, like tonight I was like, I don't know if I want to do a stream. I'm kind of like, I'm a little tired tonight. And then I said, wait a second. Let's go to Creed 3. Let's sit down. And then all of a sudden, I'm re-energized. You know what I'm re-energized by? Not just movies. Cinema. Being in a movie theater. Reminding myself what that feeling is like. To communally experience a film that was taken away from us for a couple of years and almost completely wiped off the face of the earth by the people that told us it wasn't safe to go to a movie because the virtue signalers told you that. Put a mask on. Don't go to a movie. You're going to kill somebody. Don't go. You went to see Tenet in Vegas? Oh my God, you probably brought back things from Vegas. You're going to kill half of Los Angeles now that you saw Tenet. Remember that shit? Never again. I'm never playing that game again. Ever. People could be walking down the street with heads exploding, and I'm not playing the game. That's the new virus, right? Forget COVID. Instead, COVID, we all the people fall over in the street, right? The stuff from China early on. And by the way, everyone's like, oh, there goes Weber. He's this right-wing loon. No. I am a straight up centrist. You guys should know that by now if you've watched the stream. I am not left. I'm not right. I want to what's the common sense answer? But literally, the next thing could be people like scanners, people's heads exploding in around me, and I'm just like, yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna go to the gym. That's where I'm at now. That's where I'm at. Nemo, hold on. I think I like this. Twitter freaks only have Twitter and their own victimization. Okay, Nemo. Let's also state one more thing. Victimization is weakness. Okay. No one is suggesting that you in your life have not gone through shit. I've told you guys. If I haven't before, I'm telling you again now. It's been about 5 years, maybe 6 years now. I went through a period of my life where I was so low. I was so depressed that you wouldn't even know the person, right? You would come across me and be like, who the hell's that? Like, I don't even know who that guy is. So we've been there. Things have happened. My life is not perfect by any means. Not today. Not ever in my life. But I've never fallen back on woe is me. Victim. Oh my God. All these people are against me. And you know why? Because that is a weakness that will make you weak. Here's what I choose. I choose to fight. I choose to get into the ring. I choose to go to the gym. I choose to get out of the house and go somewhere when I don't want to, because I want to live a life. I do not want to sit behind a screen and go, my life is really bad. Oh, woe is me. I had a bad day. Will someone say something nice to me? You know what? How about this? How about you? Because I'm Generation X, man. You just suck it up. No, we didn't. No one in Generation X did that shit. We just picked ourselves up and you scrape yourself off and you get back on the bike and you go do your thing. So I am not a fan of victimization. I'm not a fan of virtue signaling. And that's not right wing, guys. That is not right wing. That is called being tough. Oh, but it's okay to be sensitive. Fine. But find somewhere in between the two. Stop being a victim. Stop being a virtue signaler. Stop doing that shit for likes and all. Yeah, fuck that. Who cares? Who cares? Okay. There's Erick's rant for the night. Everybody, wasn't that fun? But seriously, the people. I had a bad day today. Could you say something nice to me? And then, what's the cause I'm supposed to be cheering about today? Oh, that's right. I'm going to cheer about whatever. Insert cause in the comments. Now I'm for this. Now I'm for that. Now I have a flag for this. And I just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Get out. Do your thing. I mean, says the guy wearing 150 different soccer/football kit/shirts. But the thing is I love these. It's not virtue signaling. I'm not wearing Bournemouth tonight because I virtue signaling. It's because I love it. Now, if you're doing it for that and you love everything everywhere, good. But if you're doing it because you want points, come on, man. Be better than that. I spend like 6 minutes a month on Twitter. It's like X-ray. It is. I now kind of post and ghost, and I appreciate you guys. If you follow me, I love it. I mean, it's fun. But then there's times when you see things and do things, you go, holy shit. Now, granted, we just discussed, a best screenplay for Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And in the grand scheme of things that are offensive, that's pretty low. But we are doing a show about movies, so it's very, on the nose. But it's still at some point you read stuff like that and you see like 14 million likes and you're just like, do all these people actually think that? Because if they do, I don't want to know those people think that way. Like, I'd rather not know those people out there. Oh, yeah. Those people. Oh, yeah. The words are violence. Oh, shit. No, violence is violence. Okay. Violence is violence. If I'm at the gym and some guy comes up to me and says, yeah, I know, I'm at the gym again. If I'm at the gym, some guy comes up and says, I hate you, your show sucks, and your head is rectangular, which is accurate. I would say, fine, go fuck yourself, and I'm gonna go do my workout. But the thing is people now like, oh, that person said something mean to me. Like, suck it up. Now, if the same guy walks up to me, takes the curl bar and smashes me across the throat with the curl bar, that's violence. The guy coming up to me and saying he hates MMT or my gym is so superficial. They would say something like, yeah, your arms aren't as big as mine. Whatever. That's not violence. Violence is the guy smashing me with the bench press bar. That's violence. Not words. Words are not violence. These people. The world's just a weird place, isn't it? I know we're still doing a movie show, I promise. I'm just like on a tangent. That's what happens on this show. We just start randomly talking about other shit. Damn it, my mouse is freaking broken again. Give me a second. I think I haven't. This is what happens when you leave your what's it called on? My God, is it broken? I have no mouse. All right, we'll keep doing a show. I'll keep trying to do this. God darn stupid thing. Look, I'm literally trying to see how does the battery go in this thing. Here it is. Do you guys like? Okay, so here's the thing. Does anyone? This is my mouse. Do you like it? Look at it. It's so cool. Look, it's the MMT mouse. Some artistic shit. Here's the deal. Who actually uses the mouse pad thing on the thing? Who the hell uses that? It's like impossible to use that thing. No, we use mice. For God's sake. Am I seeing Scream 6 soon? Yes, I'm going to see Scream 6 on Monday or Tuesday. Hold on, give me a second. Let me check my email. That's a great question. I gotta look. I was just gonna check that. I'm going to see it early, and we'll do a stream that night. Give me a second. I think we got streams like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Let's see. Hold on. Scream. I gotta look through all my emails. So many emails. Hold on. Damn it! I can't even find. Okay, I think it's Tuesday. I'll confirm that on what day is it? On Sunday, we'll confirm. But I think I'm seeing Scream 6 on Tuesday. Stream on Tuesday. John Wick 4 stream Monday. Scream 6 stream Tuesday. Sunday night stream, box office, and all that stuff. So it's going to be like 3 in a row. So we'll do tight shows. Sunday night, regular, tight. Oh, John Wick, I don't know. I don't think I can make a John Wick stream tight. I don't think it's going to be really hard. By the way, you still haven't said, do you think I'm going to like it? Do you think I like or dislike? It's either I'm all in or I'm all out. All in, all out. All in, all out. John Wick 4. Which one is it? Eeny, meeny, miny. Little Mermaid will be atrocious. Omega Swiper, first of all, you're racist for saying that. That's the world we live in now. Right? Oh, for sure. If I come out, let's be honest. If I come out of Little Mermaid and I really don't like it, what's the first thing? You didn't like it. You're racist. Like, oh God, I can't tries. I mean, I want to bash my head until there's blood, like a pro wrestler, like Ric Flair when he bladed himself back in the day and blood was gushing. Whenever someone says shit like that, like you legitimately didn't like a movie, not because you're racist, but because the movie sucked, you're racist. Like, oh God, that's when you just want to give it up. You go, I quit. It's over. It's over. They hate to see, but we're already going to do this. We're already going to do this shit. And you guys know I'm not a woke guy. It's not what this channel is founded on. We're not like railing on woke shit. But the truth is, the hatred of the color of Ariel doesn't save the fact the film is directly made. But that's okay. So the problem is everything you say after this doesn't matter in today's world. All that matters is what you say on the top. That's all that matters in today's world. That's it. The hatred for the color of Ariel. The rest of it, I don't even see it. Because that's what we do. That's why when I go to see this film, I hope I like it. Because if I don't, I'm going to get called and it's just, I can't. Just like when I don't like Cocaine Bear. You hate all women directors. No, I hate shitty women directors like Elizabeth Banks. I love women directors who are talented like Charlotte Wells, like Rose Glass, like Sarah Polley. Not like Elizabeth Banks. And then there's people, their heads explode because they're ready to go, oh, he hates all movies. Or if you hate a movie by whatever it is, then you go, wait, but I like that. And they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. We are saved at work by emotional hemophiliac quitting this week. Oh God. I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with like workplace shit like that. Can you imagine? Like that would suck. Like I can't imagine. Listen, if those of you have a job, tell me what it's like. Those of you, I'm curious. What's a job like where you have to go to meetings? Because I was the worst. So you guys, if you didn't know, I'm telling you this. A lot of you may know this. At some point, I'll find the video and show it to you. I used to be a news anchor, TV news anchor. What other news anchor is there? TV news anchor. I get on and go, good day, LA. Only not in LA. Only in Charlotte, in Boston, in Orlando, in these places. And I go, and I come on and. But one thing we had to do is we always had meetings. There'd be meetings like, let's all meet together and talk about the news. I'm like, no, let's not. I'm going to stay here and be on the internet and do my thing. And you tell me what we're going to talk about and I'll do it. I am not a meeting guy. So if you tell me to go into a meeting, we're going to talk about how to strategize. I'd be like, nah. If I was the studio head, I'd be like, come to me with your ideas, walk in, we'll talk about it, and then please leave. We're not doing meetings where everyone sits around a table and bullshits and blah, 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 and has ideas. No, we're not doing that. Give me your best stuff and get out of here. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine sitting through meetings all day. Someone said that's what Netflix is like. Someone said with inside knowledge of Netflix that's what Netflix does all day. They sit around in meetings. I go, oh my God, you couldn't pay me. You guys, I mean this. You couldn't pay me enough money, maybe 20 million. But anything under 20 million, you couldn't pay me to sit inside of Netflix and sit there and talk about breakdowns of subscribers and viewers and all that shit. I'd be like, shit, man. Just let me watch the movie. Is it good or not? Cut 10 minutes out of it. Get out of my office. I can't imagine sitting around at meetings. Listen, I wasn't quite Ron Burgundy, but I was very much like what you see here, only certainly more buttoned up, no goatee. That's why I grew a goatee, because on TV I couldn't have one. But what I was a teleprompter breaker. And we've talked about it before. If you've already heard the story, I'll talk it quickly. Here's the teleprompter. So as I'm talking, watch our good friend Grace Randolph. I swear to God, she's reading off a teleprompter. She's not looking at the camera. She's looking like here. You ever notice that? Now, granted, she might be looking at comments, but she's not even like doing comments. Like I'm doing comments, right? So this feels really fucking weird because I'm looking. My computer's a little over. I'm looking off to the side. It feels like Grace Randolph. For those of you who've missed this before, we've done it. She's looking here. She's like, hey, everybody, I'm here to talk about Ant-Man. Oh, my God, what a movie it is. I'll tell you what's so great about it. You're like, are you reading a teleprompter? What are you looking at? Like, for me, there's you guys, right? And there's the computer. There's you guys. There's the floor. But she looks like she's looking off like here, which it could be a teleprompter. I think there's a lot of people that use teleprompters, and there's certainly the people that do the non-live videos where they're doing edits and edit. Okay, that didn't work well. Let's do it again. So EEAO is the best movie of the year. Edit, and I'll tell you what makes it great is that the Daniels lights out direction. Edit, But I'll tell you what, he's in bet, right? No, no, no. We go live. And of course, you guys know that it's all the mistakes are here. How could it not be live? You're like, this is the shittiest tape show ever. He can't even get it right in the taping. I can't watch Grace Randolph. I'm allergic to plastic. Listen, we're only going to go a few more minutes. Let's just do this because we're coming back on Sunday. Since we're here right now and we're in the space, let's just drill down on this. Why do people watch Grace Randolph? Dramatic effect. Why do people watch Grace Randolph? I need a reason. I'm waiting. I'm just sitting there watching the comments. I'm still waiting for someone to comment. Give me a good reason. I mean, there is that. That's good reason. I mean, listen, the channel's growing. We're doing our thing here. You guys know this show is just not anything like anyone else's, I hope, because I don't watch anyone else. I don't want to try to be someone else. But I appreciate the fact that the channel's growing. The views are going up. We're getting more people. It's fun. Ultimately, we didn't start it for that. We started it to talk about movies because we love films. And we love just saying what's on our minds. Sims. Oh, shit, David. She's a shill. Omega Swiper, you do know who she is. Don't lie. The algorithm. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so I think there's one thing for sure, getting to your algorithm. She was, I believe, one of the first YouTube movie people. When you're first to market, right? Remember the social network. First to market's everything. I mean, everyone knows that in sales and marketing and in anything. So, if you have two movies that are the same, like, let's say, Gremlins and Critters. This is the best thing ever. My God, I swear this was not planned. That's the beauty of this show. It's pulling things out of your ass and presenting them and going, that wasn't that bad. You have Gremlins and you have Critters. If Critters had beaten Gremlins to market, we would be today talking about what the hell was the name of the critter. Not Gizmo or Stripe. What was see, that's the difference of being second to market versus first. No one knows the name of the critter, but we all know Gizmo. That's my life. Everyone knows Grace Randolph because she was first. Because I was last, even worse than Critters, no one knows who I am. I'll survive. I'll get through the night somehow. You had a Critters 2? I think I had a Critters 2 poster. I loved it. That was the best analogy in the history of the channel. Critters versus Gremlins. She has the taste of a 14-year-old. She has a big following, but yeah, okay, fine. But okay, can I listen? I'm not gonna be mean, but I just want to just be honest with me here. Do people think she's attractive? Listen, I know this is gonna sound almost mean. I don't want to be mean here, so just okay. I'm just asking a question. Do people, when they look at Grace Randolph, think she's hot? Like, can I just ask? Let's just be honest with each other. Let's answer the question. Do people watch her and think she's hot? I'm not going to answer the question. I want you guys to answer it. I'm just curious. Erick's being mean. I'm just asking a question, you guys. That's what we do. We're asking questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Then someone goes, the other day I said that I asked a question. They go, oh, you're just spewing off right-wing talking points. I'm like, dude, I'm not right-wing. I'm also not so left-wing. I'm straight up, I don't want to be anything. Leave me alone. I want to be in the middle always until I decide what I want to be. That's what makes a good film critic. You're in the middle. You're objective. You don't, cliche alert, have a dog in the fight until you do have a dog in the fight. And then you want to get in there and wage war because you now know where you stand. I don't want to be too far on one side or the other because then you're already starting on one spot, right? Grace thinks she's getting everyone to call out James Cameron. For what? The fact that Avatar 2 is not a good movie? Like, I don't even want to see. She's kind of scary. I mean, to me. So, you know what's funny? Someone actually, this was like a while ago. I was defending Grace Randolph because she was talking about test screenings. This is over a year ago before I started the channel. And I defended her. I said, I'm in an awkward space where I know a lot of you are like defend Grace Randolph, but I was, because I always am about defending the truth, right? Not about the right thing, but the right thing to do hopefully is the truth. But you're trying to do the truth. So she was talking about test screenings. And I said, well, of course there's test screenings. I mean, Marvel does test screenings. Sony certainly did for No Way Home. So they have tests. So people were like, they don't do test screenings. And I came to her defense. And then everyone was like, oh. But someone said, oh, you're just defending her because you think she's hot or you want to date. I'm like, you guys, okay, I'm going to say this as unegotistically as possible. I think I can do a little better. I mean, come on. I mean, guys, I'm just saying, like, it's like, that might work with, someone, whatever. Okay, I'm not going to go down the road. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. Come on. All right, we're almost done. How funny is Wick? Let's do 5 minutes and we're out. 5-minute warning, and then we're out tonight. I actually wanted to end on Grace Randolph, but it's over. There's nothing more to talk about. I just don't understand why. Saying goodbye, saying hello. I don't even know. Does she do live streams? Yes, that's it. Does Grace Randolph do like long live streams? Like this? Does she ever do this? Where she just like freewheels on comments and just goes off and stuff? She's as hot as her voice. I don't even know what her voice is. Wesley Wyndham. I have no idea. But she's kind of scary. I saw. Okay, hold on. A couple more. I can't answer. Do not ask me any more about John Wick. I can't answer it. Let's see. Was there one more thing I want to get to tonight? I think that might be it. See, I told you we should have cut the show at 37 minutes. I told you we should have done that. One more time. Let's talk about the as we wrap here tonight. MMT projector on Creed 3 is 42.5. That's what we're going to do every Thursday here. We're going to project the number for the weekend. I'm going to go 42.5. I'm going pushing past 40, and word of mouth will be strong. Cinema score will be no lower than A-. It should be an A. I mean, I said Ant-Man was going to be an A-, but if this is under an A-, it's time to reboot Cinema Score. We need to re-examine what they do, because there's no way this is under that number. Okay, so that's a lack. That's a lack. I don't watch Grace Randolph. You're one of the few. Welcome to the club. As we wrap, this will wrap tonight. This is perfect. Welcome to the club, the very select club of MMT viewers who don't watch Grace Randolph. That is a very select club. Like, you're talking about the niche of the niche, which is what this show is. I mean, who else has the DVD of Good Time staring them in the face the entire time? And the second film that is here in the DVD is X. And then what's the next film on my pile? Tar. No one else. Just Grace Randolph doesn't even know these films. She probably didn't even watch Tar. We're cooler than her. Who cares if she has 50 million subscribers or whatever? No one cares. MMT rocks. Doesn't matter if we have 5 viewers or 500,000. God, that'd be wild, but that's not going to happen. But either way, it doesn't matter. Because we have a community and you guys help build it, and we continue on. And by the way, I think we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. We might be there right now. I want to save it for Sunday. Sunday night will be the 1-year anniversary of this show, because we started with the Batman, and the Batman came out right about now. I think it might have even been tonight. But let's just pretend, play with me here, that we're going to take the 1-year anniversary and put it on Sunday night for the big show. We'll be celebrating Creed 3, Outperforming, and the 1-year anniversary of Midnight Movie Talk live from Los Angeles. And we will do the show Sunday. And then, of course, Monday is our John Wick 4 stream. Do you think it's good, or do you think it's bad? You'll find out Monday night. Until Sunday night, MMT is out from Los Angeles. Good night. I can't believe the internet stayed with us for the hour and 10. Thank you, internet gods. Good night. Live from Los Angeles, Erick Weber saying